Yeah.
Resilience. What is resilience, and why is it something we ought to identify and focus on?
Sure. Resilience for me, as it's defined, is our ability, one's ability to move through difficult times, the capacity to move through difficult times. So for me, resilience is not, if you look it up a lot of times, it'll be a noun, right? It's a person, place, or a thing.
Yep.
But for me, resilience is more of a verb. It's what do we do on that path? That's why I call it the path of resilience. Resilience is not that place we get to. That would be your vision, right? When you're in you're in a pretty crappy time, to see the other side of it and say, okay, here's what it's going to look like when I get through there. That's the vision. The resilience is, what do I need every day to give me the energy, to give me the focus, to give me the recovery to move through that? So resilience, I think we all need it. And when you think about the definition too, that uses the word capacity is about filling something up, right? So it's kind of like, how can we continue to be filled up with that resilience so we can run that path, walk that path and move through these tough times. Everybody needs resilience. Everybody needs it. And everybody has to understand that there are principles that create this thing, resilience. And then there's that verb, that notion of action, that here's what I'm doing as I'm resilient and moving through the difficult times.
Okay, so resilience is a process as well, or a practice maybe, is more than as much as it is a place to get to, or something, a thing. It's a process, would you say? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's it's definitely a process. So if it's a thing, it's that innate quality that you have.
Okay.
So it's the resilience, it's the toughness, it's the stamina, it's the perseverance. I would see all those as synonyms with resilience. It's a quality that you have. It's an outlook. I saw you had that wonderful objective optimism I saw on one of your podcasts. Resilience is that. It's a character trait. It's an energy that moves you through to the other place. Yeah.
Do you think that resilience also applies to people who are more just kind of stuck rather than necessarily fallen or injured? Like, it doesn't mean you have to come back from a great loss to have resilience, to exercise resilience, but just people who are, regular day to day, or just kind of not moving, they're stuck. Is that resilience? Do I need resilience to get up day to day and do it? Yeah.
Yeah, because resilience is a path. It's movement, right? Stuck is no movement. Okay. So you definitely need that resilience. And, there's a couple things that I think you need. You've got to take care of yourself, right? You've got to have the vision to see the other side of it. You've got to seek support and be support to people. And then you've got to engage in action. There's steps. I have a webinar that I do called the Path of Resilience. And I walk people through those steps and why they're important, right? To engage in them. So if you're engaged in all of those, you can't help but to move forward. You're taking care of yourself. You're asking for help and you're being helped. You have a real clear picture of where you're going. And every day you're taking the actions to move you to that. Then you're no longer stuck. You might not be at the place that you want to be. And I'm there. I'm not at the place where I want to be right now in business, right? If you were, then what do you do? So every year I set that new vision and say, okay, here's the revenue goal. Here's the sales for the books. Here's my relationships with the key people in my life. Here's my health. Here's the thing that I really want to work on. Here's my spirituality. So if you get to where you want to get to and you stay there, you'll be stuck again. It's got to be that cycle of boom, here's where we're going. Yep, made it, or came up a little short, whatever, but now here's where we're going next.